Hi, I'm Brian with Whistler, and in this video we're going to look at the Z-11R Plus laser radar detector. This is a high-performance unit that has the same detection capability that you could only find in our top-of-the-line models just a few years ago. But this one comes with an entry-level price tag. It has all the features that you need in a radar detector without all the extra bells and whistles. That makes this an ideal choice if you're looking for a radar detector that's simple to use because it's ready to go out of the box without you having to worry about changing a bunch of settings. So let's go ahead and get the box open and take a look at what's inside. Alright, so we got everything out of the box here along with the radar detector. First thing we'll take a look at is the owner's manual. This booklet does have all the information and instructions that you'll need for operating your radar detector, so please make sure you go ahead and give this a look first. Next we've got the power cord. The big end here is going to plug into the 12-volt outlet in your vehicle, and then the other end is going to plug into the radar detector to supply it power. And then finally we also have the windshield bracket, and this is what's going to connect your radar detector to your windshield. We'll go into how we're going to set all this up here in a minute, but before we get to that part, let me go ahead and show you some of the features on the detector itself. Okay, so we've got the radar detector plugged in here. First thing we're going to want to do is turn it on using the power switch over here on the side. When we do turn it on, it's going to go through a little self-test here. And that's just to let us know that the audio and the display are working. Now if we look at the top of the radar detector, we've got 4 buttons up here. We've got the dark button, quiet button, city, and the menu. The only button we're going to take a look at in this video is going to be the menu button. If you want to see what the rest of these buttons do, take a look at our YouTube channel. We've got a video over there on the basics of radar detectors, and it'll explain all of those. So the first time we press the menu button, it's going to come up and the P is going to flash. That lets us know that we're operating the pop mode. If we turn that mode on, we press the dark button, and we'll see these 3 lines show up here. That lets us know that function's turned on. If we press the quiet button, it'll turn those functions off. And if we press the menu button, it'll go to the next option, which is the V/L, to indicate that we're operating the VG2 mode. It's the same deal here. We press the dark button to turn it on, and the quiet button to turn it off. Next time we press the menu button, we'll see that the 3 lines flash, as do the periscopes on top of the radar detector. And that lets us know that these are set to flash when we get an alert. If we press the dark button, it turns them off. This way the periscopes are off all the time. And if we press the dark button one more time, they're on solid. That lets us know that those periscopes will be turned on all the time. Press the dark button one more time, we go back to flashing, and that's the default that it's set for. Now, any changes that we make need to be saved before we turn the radar detector off, or those changes will be lost. So to save those changes, just don't press any buttons for 20 seconds. You'll hear 2 beeps and it'll go back to the normal display. Or if you press and hold the menu button down for about 3 seconds, it'll do the same thing. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get this installed on our vehicle. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do to install the radar detector is set up the windshield bracket. We can see here on the metal part we've got these 2 slotted holes at the top that are going to hold the suction cups, and then right where the metal starts to bend we've got another hole that's going to hold the bumper. Alright, so if we take the suction cups and we look at them, there's a little narrow part on the neck right there. If we put the suction cup into one of these slotted holes, and then we're going to slide it out to the end, and it'll kind of snap into place there. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And we slide it over, get it into place, and then we're going to take the rubber bumper and we're going to put the narrow end of it into that hole where the metal bends. So we put it in there and we just push it into place. If you have trouble getting that to go in, what you can do is wet the end of it just a little bit, and that'll help it slide in there just a little bit easier. Alright, so now that we've got the windshield bracket set up, let's get out to the car and get this going. Now that we're in the vehicle, the first thing we want to do is clean the windshield. We want to make sure that the glass and the suction cups are both clean and dry. Then we're going to take our suction cups and press them against the glass to make them stick. And then we're going to take our radar detector and press it onto the windshield bracket. As we can see here, the radar detector is not hanging level. So what we need to do is remove the radar detector from the bracket and then bend the bracket a little ways so that the radar detector will hang level when we put it back on there. Next, we're going to take the small end of the power cord and we are going to plug it into the power port on the back side of the radar detector. And finally, we're going to take the large end of the power cord here and plug it into the 12-volt outlet in the vehicle. All right, so now that we've got our radar detector plugged in, all we got to do is turn it on and we'll be ready to go. For more information on our products, check out our website at whistlergroup.com or stop by our YouTube channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.